Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week, you're probably thinking it's some sort of weird Star Wars and Transformers mashup, but it's not. Although I do own some of those Star Wars Transformers that came out ages and ages ago. New. This is for the Modelling Support Goods number 32 and number 2 that are created by, you're going to have to forgive me, but I think it's pronounced Kotobukiya. So, 2 and 32, which you probably think, what the hell am I talking about? Massive Gatling gun. Box doesn't matter. Not really, kind of. Basically they're modelling goods that work with, I think it's the 1/144 scale of like mecha models. I think Kotobukiya has their own like figures or whatever, but these things will work with like Gundam and stuff. So what we have is a rocket launcher and a massive Gatling gun, which, if I zoom it back out and use the box, you can see it can be mounted onto a model, can be stuck on basically a rack. You need 3 of these in order to do that. Can be mounted on top of a robot shoulder with an articulated figure, so in my case I'm using a Star Wars figure because, you know, why not? I think this is like an add-on thing. I don't read Japanese, but I'm pretty sure that's an add-on thing for this. You can put stickers on it or paint it, whatever, and it gives you 2 different versions of the gun depending on how you want to set it up. It's basically the same thing. So for me, I'm using them as a rocket launcher that works with Transformers. Really works better with Transformers that actually have like articulated hands, but I wanted to do it with Bumblebee because, you know, it's Bumblebee. And then the other is the Imperial Death Trooper. I think it's Death Trooper, yeah, from Rogue One. That is the carbonized version. So next week you're seeing like that figure, and this week you're looking at the weapons. So you can see how he works with this gun, and you can see how Bumblebee holds that rocket launcher, or how I've set it up. Actually I might be able to just sort of spin them. So you can sort of see that Bumblebee hasn't got the rocket launcher correctly on his shoulder. But it's basically because, you know, you have to work with how these things work with other things, and in this case, where Bumblebee lacks joints, that Death Trooper actually does have the correct joints for it, which is really, really handy. But my idea was to, you know, give it to a Transformer so you can see some of the details of that. You can see how well that Trooper holds up with his massive Gatling gun. Now, the way that I have the Gatling gun mounted is different to how you'd actually build it. Just take the figure's hands off. So the way it's actually built is this part. The little handle actually goes on the underside. Actually, I think it's... yeah. And then because I didn't want to misplace the other handle, this little tiny little bit, it's probably not going to show up very well, but you'll see what it is. Basically like that. So you've got the handles underslung for that can be removed, and then this one is so that if something is carrying it, you can get one hand on here and one hand back here. Currently I think the only figure I've got with that kind of hand formation is a Earthrise or Kingdom Optimus Prime. The one that comes with the trailer, but I suppose most of the Voyagers, as long as they've got, you know, the hands that have that kind of articulation, they'll be able to hold these. It does actually come off the base, so you can completely hold it like that. You can see, you probably can't see the details too well because of Bumblebee. Lay down, Bumblebee, you're in the way. So you can see the details they've put into that. I think this is part of that port thing for the ammo to come out of. Basically, you know, you slide off these rods to make that shorter, like, you know, the snub-nosed type one, and then the full one like that. Probably work well with Terminator style figures too. The magazine does actually come out, and does in fact have moulded bullets in it, which makes it even cooler. So very, very nifty thing. Little hole under there for the base to attach to, and then this base is set up just to work with the single cannon. It does give you the instructions on how to make the one that holds 3 different ones. Has proper barrels, everything. So, you know, a little bit of paint or something, you could really make that pop out and look quite good. And then the rocket launcher we shall pull off, so you can see that it has a handle at the back that can be moved up and down. It's got a handle on the side bit there for grip. Basically the whole thing pulls apart, so you can have like a smaller version of it, or a version that doesn't include this back part, you know. I think they're made to be a bit like modular, so you sort of make it the way you want. It's got like a, I think it's like a sort of hand blast shield there, and it's got, yeah, there we go, little hinge thing which should help it to connect to the figures that it's actually made for. My one is probably a little bent because of how I built it and how I've been storing it. We'll just pick up that little piece that popped off. Basically it's just a little cover thing. These things don't actually take that long to build, like, you know, 10 minutes you've got yourself this. All you have to do is cut it off the sprues. Obviously I haven't tidied it up, so it's still got those little sprue nubs and thing. Oh, and I think, yeah, this back end comes off. So back end comes off. You can have it looking more like a, sorry, even this front end comes off, I should say. And then that just needs to be lined up. And you've got a more sort of traditional looking bazooka. If you really wanted, you can probably, you know, put these two together, have it looking weird, click it that way, you know. Very handy. Useful for, you know, your modelling, your toys, whatever. All around, very, very pleased with both of these. Bumblebee can just keep lying down because, you know, does he really need to stand up holding it again? Exactly. So I got these off Mighty Ape. When I bought them, they were the last ones they had available. I don't know if they have got more in. If I can find the links, I'll leave them below. And hopefully they will get more, because I wouldn't mind getting some more of these, to be honest. You know, you can never have enough weapons when it comes to displaying your toys and taking photos. So, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.